100 laps the distance. 18 of the best super late model drivers in the state of Florida set to do battle. They're going to see one to go, this time by Michael Goddard and Carter Brown, going to lead the field through turns 1 and 2. Coming down the back straightaway, side by side, 18 of the best super late models in the state of Florida. Here they come through 3 and 4. 100 laps to go. If you're not excited right now, then you're not hooked up right. Green flag is out, and we're racing. Contact on the front row going down into 1 and 2 between Carter Brown and Michael Goddard. Everyone gets away clean. Carter Brown way up the track. We're 3 wide. Cody Stickler at the bottom. Kendrick Cryer in the middle. Patrick Starpoli able to capitalize, trying to take that second spot away from the 11 junior. Michael Goddard leads lap number 1. Dr. Patrick Starpoli to the inside. He'll take the second spot from Carter Brown. Fast qualifier Cody Stickler looks to the inside of last night's charity truck race winner, Carter Brown, to take the third spot. Michael Goddard says, boys, have at it. I'm gone. He's down 1 second up on the 97 of Starpoli. And we've got a yellow flag out on the speedway. We got debris is the call. Looks like we got debris in turns 1 and 2. Have a little communication issue here with the radios for track officials. But we've got debris in turns 1 and 2. The reason for the caution flag. Michael Goddard jumping out to the early race lead after the contact on the initial start with Carter Brown. So Michael Goddard is your race leader with Patrick Starpoli. Sits second. Cody Stickler is third. We're going to take a look at the replay of the initial start here while we're cleaning up the debris. Here we go on Pit Road TV. Green flag comes out. Carter Brown and Michael Goddard making contact there. Goddard gets shoved down. For that, Carter Brown, the loser in that one, he gets shuffled to the outside. Patrick Starpoli able to get by. And here we'll take a look at it again here in slow motion. They come together, coming to the line. Neither driver lifts out of it. Everybody checks up, but everybody gets away clean. Three laps in the books, 97 to go here for your super late model charity race. Michael Goddard, your leader in the 37. Patrick Starpoli, second in the 97. Cody Stickler is third in the 46. Kendrick Cryer, fourth in the 66 machine. Carter Brown, fifth in the 11 junior. Steve Dorer, sixth in the number 64. Nick Neary, seventh in the number 17. Jonathan Guy sits eighth in the 42. Bray Holmes in the M57 is ninth. And Adam Briggs rounds out your top 10 in the number 14. Once again, folks, we are, if you're tuning in live on Facebook, this is our live look-in. We're going to show the beginning of the race here on Facebook Live for free. But at lap 50, we're going to go back behind the paywall, so make sure you subscribe to pitrow.tv. Subscribe to pitrow.tv to watch the rest of this afternoon's racing action, along with plenty of other racing action from all across the country on pitrow.tv. Cars making their way around. We're delivering a new radio to our flagman right now. the reason for the hold up here. Michael Goddard, race leader, over Dr. Patrick Starpoli. Fast qualifier Cody Stickler up to third in the number 46. Kendrick Cryer in the Route 66, sitting in the fourth spot. Carter Brown rounding out your top five. Welcome back to the booth. Fresh out of the number 68 street stock is my good buddy Steve Darling.
Yeah, looks like there were 3 laps in this race, Matt. A little wore out. Started losing power steering about halfway, so I had to muscle that car home to the last half of the race. And my arms feel like Gumby now.
Well, Steve back up at the tower. We had a bit of an exciting start there. Michael Goddard and Carter Brown got together. Go back here and look at the replay again here on pitrow.tv.
Bringing us up to speed here.
Come to the initial green. They make contact right there. Goddard goes down the track. He gathers it back up, and then Carter Brown winds up getting shuffled on the outside.
Looks like we still have 17 cars on the track. I saw Racin Bennett in the pit area, so it might have been a problem for his car tonight.
All right, we've got Speedy radioed up. So now we'll get ready to go back green flag racing. Get ready to bring the choose cone out here on the back straightaway. Danny Birchfield dropping the choose cone on the back stretch. We'll see how this shuffles the lineup. Drivers can choose to go to the inside or the outside. Goddard takes the bottom, as does Starpoli. Cody Stickler going to jump up top along with Kendrick Cryer. Who else is going to be brave and ride the high groove? Nick Neary in the 17. Ross Francisco in the 9. And Colton Bettis going to go up top as well in the number 15 car. Cody Stickler not afraid of the high groove here at Auburndale Speedway. He makes it work better than anybody else. Expected to be deck and deck with Michael Goddard here on this restart. Coming to 1 to go this time by 3 in the books, 97 to go here. The car's racing for a Dream Super Late Model Charity Race.
Speedy showing them 1 to go. Michael Goddard, Patrick Starpoli, front row. The restarter behind Michael Goddard at number 37 once they get to that double cones over there.
Here they come through 3 and 4. Coming to the restart zone. Green flag is out. We're back underway. Side by side down into turns 1 and 2. Michael Goddard going to clear Cody Stickler off at turn number 2. Kendrick Cryer making the move up into third, getting around the 97 of Patrick Starpoli. A little bit of contact.
Starpoli was shuffled back to 4th on the restart. Trying to keep Kendrick Cryer stuck on the outside, or make that Nick Neary stuck on the outside. And Carter Brown trying to make up some more positions.
Michael Goddard out front. Cody Stickler, your fast qualifier, up to second. Kendrick Cryer making the haul down from Wisconsin Dells to be here this Sunday afternoon. Currently sitting in the 3rd spot, or single file all the way back through the field. Got a little bit of a battle there between the 15C of Colton Bettis and the M57 of Bray Holmes. That's going to be for the 10th spot. Meanwhile, back up front, it's still all Michael Goddard.
Michael Goddard in that festive wrap, number 37 out front. But right behind him, Cody Stickler. Always hard to beat and fast here at Auburndale Speedway.
Here they come.
Here to lap 9.
Michael Goddard leads the field off of turn number 4 as we're getting single file. The only car getting shuffled out of line right now is the 15 of Colton Bettis. A little bit of contact there with Scott Grossenbacher going down into 1 and 2. Trouble for the 7 machine of Brashear. He takes it down into the infield. That'll be our first retiree.
Goddard by a little over half a second out front.
Now, Steve, for the most part here at Auburndale, we do twin 50s for super late models. But this is going to be a straight 100 laps. So we're at that time of the race here early on. Everybody's kind of found their position. Going to try and log some laps. Yep. Save a little something for the end of this one.
Goddard, the fastest car on the track right now, too, out there in clean air.
Single file all the way back through the field. Michael Goddard still showing the way. Starting to have a little bit of a battle heating up for the fifth spot. Nick Neary with a mirror full of Carter Brown in the 11 junior. Brown taking a peek to the inside going into 3. Not able to get there this time. Neary going to leave him some room. Here comes Carter Brown trying to take a peek on Nick Neary for 5th.
Neary, defending winner of this race 1 year ago.
McNeary also picked up the win in the inaugural Billy Joe Ingram Memorial for the UARA National Tour here at Auburndale Speedway back in August. With a late race pass on Michael Atwell to take the win in that one. Meanwhile, at the front of the pack, Cody Stickler was faster than Michael Goddard on that previous lap by about half a tenth. Not running him down just yet, but not letting him get in the way either. Trouble for Caleb Grossenbacher, the 38, getting pulled out in the infield.
Bray Holmes all over the back bumper of Ross Francisco. That is for, looks like the 9th position right behind Steve Dorr.
We might have trouble with the 46 of Cody Stickler. He was way off the pace on the previous lap. Has lost almost a whole second to Michael Goddard, and now is a mirror full of Kendrick Cryer in the 66.
Yep, Kendrick Cryer reeled him in pretty quick. Maybe whatever happened at 46 has been cured. Sometimes we saw that happen with Corey Heim in the truck race. Sometimes they'll shut off and come right back on.
Michael Goddard now about to be in some lap traffic. He's got the 2 of Lowell Bennett out his front windshield. So we've got 20 laps in the books, now 22 actually at the stripe that time. Battle starting to brew for 3rd. Kendrick Cryer not letting the 46 of Cody Stickler get away.
Goddard doesn't quite compete as much as he used to, but when he does, they know he's there. He's found himself as a crew person, pretty good crew person for a lot of teams as well.
Michael Goddard going to make the move on the lap car of Bennett. And he's got clear sailing before they catch the tail of the field.
Neary and Patrick Starpoli battling for that 4th position. Neary looking to the inside down the backstretch.
Nick Neary to the inside of Dr. Patrick Starpoli as they're neck and neck for position number 4. He'll take it off of turn 4. Carter Brown trying to follow him past in the 11 junior. Starpoli going to fall back into the 6th position. He'll jump back in line. Cody Stickler appears to be back up to speed in that number 46 car. He's pulled a little bit of a gap on the 66 of Cryer.
Bennett getting the move over flag from some of the other lead lap cars. But all Michael Goddard up front got luck of the draw on the dice roll, but it's put in the work to make that fast car stay up front.
Once again, folks, if you're watching live on Facebook, when we get to lap 50, which is going to be about 20 laps from now, it's going to go back behind the paywall. So make sure you subscribe to pitrow.tv to catch the remainder of this race, along with countless other races from all across the country on pitrow.tv. Cody Stickler about a tenth quicker than Michael Goddard on that last lap. We got a battle brewing for 9th. The M57 of Bray Holmes has caught the 9 of Ross Francisco. That is the battle on the speedway as we're getting pretty spread out here at the front of the pack. Cody Stickler trying to reel in Michael Goddard.
The drivers were told earlier today that there may be a competition caution if the race gets too drawn out. Not sure what the specifics of that entails, but we'll know if it happens, and just forewarning you. As we've gone green from lap 3.
Michael Goddard still showing the way. Cody Stickler has been a couple clicks quicker every lap. Not by a lot, just a little bit. Inching closer and closer towards that 37 car. But he's still got plenty of laps to go to try and get it done here with 64 remaining. And there's a whole bunch of lap cars your leaders are a few laps away from getting caught up with.
I'm still watching this battle a little bit further back around 9th. Oh, problems for Adam Briggs on that backstretch. He's off the pace going down into turn 3.
Adam Briggs going to get to the infield to get off the speedway.
Looks like that number 14 car might be a little warm.
Here comes the 37 of Michael Goddard showing the way. Here comes Michael Goddard off of turn number 4. As we've now got 10 laps until we're going behind the paywall for pitrow.tv. So just 10 laps left for free on Facebook. And then you got to subscribe to Pit Row TV to catch the conclusion of this race.
Pit Row TV, definitely your place to catch a lot of the action.
Trouble for Wilson Martins Jr. in the 88. He's way up the track. Race leaders making their way by. Martin's trying to get off the speedway, it looks like. He's got his hand out the window. He'll try and sneak down after Carter Brown. He does. Battle brewing for the 6th spot. Jonathan Guy has caught up to the 97 of Patrick Starpoli. That's going to be for the 6th position.
Bray Holmes still going to work on that 9 of Ross Francisco. That's the battle that I'm watching right now. That's for 9th, but right behind them, Colton Bettis waiting for them to slip up. Colton Bettis with the nosy inside of Holmes now for 10th.
Yellow flag is out. You mentioned it a few laps ago, Steve. This is that competition yellow the drivers were told about in the drivers' meeting.
We're going to clear the infield as well, get some of those cars behind the wall.
Trouble for the 09 of Scott Grossenbacher. He's going to take that car down to the pits as well.
So as they are on track.
Michael Goddard, your race leader in the 37. Cody Stickler second, the 46. Kedrick Cryer third in the number 66. Nick Neary up to fourth in the 17. Carter Brown runs out your top 5 in the 11 junior. Jonathan Guy sixth in the 42. Patrick Starpoli seventh in the 97. Steve Dorer sits in 8th. Ross Francisco in the 9 is 9th. 15C Colton Bettis rounds out your top 10. Followed by the M57 of Bray Holmes. And the 2 of Lowell Bennett, who's a lap down in 13th. The last car still running. So we've got to get the 38 car pushed off here. That's Caleb Grossenbacher back behind the wall. Field making their way around. We should be seeing the choose cone here shortly. It's been all Michael Goddard so far in that number 37 car. A bit of a wild start. Able to hold on to the race lead after that contact with Carter Brown.
Scott Grossenbacher going to make his way back out in the 09.
So Gross and Bach are going to rejoin at the tail of the field.
.44 complete, just shy of halfway. 56 laps to go.
Shoescomb coming out. We're going to get them doubled up here. Goddard to the inside. Cody Stickler going to go up top. Kendrick Cryer to the inside. Nick Neary goes high. Who else is going to go high? Jonathan Guy. Ross Francisco going to jump a couple spots in the number 9, as is the M57 of Bray Holmes. Just 5 more laps remain for the free live look-in on Facebook. Once we hit lap 50, you've got to subscribe to pitrow.tv to see the conclusion of this race.
I have my eyes on that front row, Matt. We know that the 46 of Cody Stickler can fire off really good on that outside in the super late model.
Absolutely. We're coming to the green flag this time by with 56 laps to go. Michael Goddard and Cody Stickler through turns 3 and 4. Green flag is out, and we are racing neck and neck down into 1 and 2. Michael Goddard and Cody Stickler. Goddard with the advantage on the bottom. Trying to get clear. Kendrick Cryer trying to throw the nose of his Camaro in there.
Cryer's been fast all weekend since Friday night. Driver setting sail down into turn 1, which I can tell you is hard to see right now.
Cody Stickler able to jump down in line in front of the 66 of Cryer. Here comes the 17 of Nick Neary. Defending winner of this race to the outside for the 3rd position. Neary and Cryer side by side down into turn number 3. You've only got a couple of laps to make that outside groove work here at the Auburndale Speedway before it starts to go away. They're neck and neck for 3rd. Nick Neary driving it with everything he's got, trying to clear that 66 car. And he's almost there.
Not able to do it right yet. Bray Holmes going to pull the 57 M57 to the infield.
Neary had him clear, but then got a little squirrely going into 1. Brought the 66 right back next to him. He's
Neary's
so close, almost there. He's got it going down the back straightaway.
Yeah, Neary was struggling with trying to get it down to the bottom going into turn 1, like you said, Matt.
Meanwhile, back up front, still all Michael Goddard. Thank you to everybody watching our live look-in on Facebook. Make sure you subscribe to pitrow.tv to catch the conclusion of this afternoon's race. Michael Goddard showing the way here on lap 51 over Cody Stickler, Nick Neary, Kendrick Cryer, and Carter Brown.